Before we start any of that, my good friend, Bridget Tooley, come on out here, stand up!
Hello. Okay, this is interesting. Never done stand-up to a tiny mic before, but here we are. Yeah, I'm Bridget. I'm a comedian. Crazy. Before I started doing comedy, I was an athlete. I played a bunch of different sports, but one of my biggest sports was tennis. And I had a really mean tennis coach. Every time I lost a match, he'd be like, Bridget, you need to get your act together. Next time you lose a match, we're going to go on eBay and sell your equipment because you have no future in this sport. Which is crazy, right? But it wasn't the first time he said something like that to me, so I was like, all right, listen, you don't have the right to say things like that to me, Dad. Yeah, I was coached by my dad. I was also taught by my dad because I was homeschooled. Yeah, and in case you're wondering, yes, I was traumatized accordingly. That's why I need validation from strangers now. Please laugh at my jokes. Yeah, I was homeschooled. I didn't love being homeschooled, but my dad really enjoyed homeschooling us because he was like, nah, don't worry, you don't need the public education system. You've got me. And I'm going to teach you everything I know. And then 2 hours later, we were done with homeschooling. So, yeah, we learned nothing, so it was just like public school. Yeah, it was a lot like public school because my mom was a horrible cook, so we didn't miss out on the cafeteria, obviously. And like I said earlier, we had sports teams, like we had a dodgeball team, or at least that's what my dad called it when he would throw things at us. Yeah, we even had a swim team, too. That time my mom tried to drown us in the bathtub. That was fun. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, my sister got cut from that team. She was not a good swimmer. It's okay, guys, I lied. I didn't have a sister. It's because I was the better swimmer. Am I right? Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was homeschooled, I transferred to UT from a very fine institution called Collin County Community College. Yeah. Oh my God. Do we have a lot of cougars in the audience? Yeah. I was a journalist for Collin College too, and our publication was called Cougar News. Y'all, it does not sound like a legitimate news publication. Sounds like the articles I write are like, this just in, new pool boy in the neighborhood. Cougar News. Yeah, while I was at Collin College, I took a psychology class. And in this class, I had to take the Myers personality test, which if y'all don't know what that is, it's basically astrology for people who want to sound smart. It's the exact same concept. But at the end of the test, it tells you what famous people have your same personality type. And under some of the other personalities, it would be like normal famous people you'd expect, like Selena Gomez or Timothy Chalamet. Not my personality. On my personality, there was only one person listed, and that person was Jesus Christ. And it was like, oh my God, is this how I find out that I'm the second coming of Christ? Like, stop it, Myers-Briggs.com. Yeah, and then I started wondering, why do we know Jesus' Myers-Briggs personality type? Because one of his disciples just out here like, so, Mr. Christ, are you typically the life of the party, or do you stand in the corner by yourself? Jesus is just like, 4, mildly agree. Yeah. But, I was thinking about it. I do think the result made a little bit of sense. Like, I think me and Jesus have some things in common, Like, a lot of people don't believe in me either, so. Yeah. And I'm also really afraid of entering my 30s. Oh, I get it. Yeah, and we both stand in front of crowds and talk about our dads a lot, so yeah, we got that in common. My dad is crazy, as you could tell from the earlier jokes I said, but my mom is also crazy. She's a different kind of crazy, though. She's a crazy cat lady. Yeah, she created an Instagram account for our cats. It's ridiculous. And from this account, she posts, like, from the perspective of our cats, like, as if she literally is the cats. Which is a little weird, right? But she keeps this persona up in direct messages. So there are chats on the internet between two grown 60-something-year-old women that go like this. I'm having a bad day today because my meow-me forgot to feed me. I'm like, girl, you're the meow-me, feed the cat. What are you doing? Anyways, that's how I found out my mom is a furry, so. Wow, okay, that. Y'all don't know what furries are? No. Yeah, I do blame my cats for the dating choices I make, though. Because, listen, having cats trains you to believe that love is pouring your entire heart and soul into a creature that loves an Amazon box more than you. So, Yeah, unfortunately, my cats did screw me up. I am a little crazy. I went to a psychiatrist recently, and they diagnosed me with major depression and general anxiety. And I was like, do all my mental illnesses have military ranks, or is it just... just those two? I don't know. Do I also have Sergeant Schizophrenia? No. Yeah, for my depression and anxiety... Wait, actually, I don't know if I can say this joke. Okay, moving on. I think I can. So for my depression and anxiety, I was prescribed Zoloft, which it didn't really have any effects on me other than, like, lowering my libido, which, like, actually made it a really good antidepressant. Because, guys, I'm just not dating losers anymore. I think that was the source of my depression, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't make good dating choices. I typically lose my mind when I have a crush on somebody. Like, I'm typically, I'm not a sane person. You can tell from everything else I've said. But when I have a crush on somebody, it all goes out the window. I start posting on my Instagram story 50 times a day. I'm like, one of these is going to get a fire emoji. I know it. I just, like, suddenly believe in astrology. I'm like, are Gemini and Scorpio compatible? And if they are, I'm like, oh, my God, we're soulmates. And if they're not, I'm like, see, I knew astrology was fake. It's all wrong. My favorite thing I do when I have a crush is try to manifest a relationship. Yeah, I'll just be staring at my mirror every day like, I don't chase, I attract. Like going to Spencer's and buying fake rose quartz. Like, it'll come to me, it's fine. Yeah, actually do have a boyfriend now. He lives in Dallas, so we're long distance. Boo. But when you say that you're in a long distance relationship, people kind of act like you just told them that Santa Claus is real. They're like, oh, you really believe in that? You think he's going to come visit you? Like, aw. Like, you don't think he's coming down anyone else's chimney? Like, I don't know. What? I didn't say anything. That's on you guys. Yeah, but before I started dating my boyfriend, I was on a date with a guy once, and I was wearing a Beatles t-shirt because I'm cool like that or something. And he was like, there's no way you listen to the Beatles. Name one Beatles song. Which is crazy, right? Who can't name one singular Beatles song? Like, we've all heard Stairway to Heaven. It's my favorite Beatles song. I just love how Mick Jagger sings on that. It's great. Yeah, I do think I place music too high in what I look for in a partner. Like, I dated a guy for a whole year because he liked The Cure once. Like, we met on a Monday. By Friday, I was in love. So, yeah. Eventually, I wrote him a love song, and he started crying. I was like, boys don't cry. What are you doing? Yeah. Speaking of music, do we have any Taylor Swift fans here? Oh, okay. Cool. I like Taylor Swift. I have a friend who's like way too into Taylor Swift, though, because every time Taylor releases a new album, she's like, oh my God, Taylor's just so relatable. Like, we just live the same life. She really helped me get over my breakup with my ex. I'm like, girl, she wrote that song about Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, you know, famous and successful Hollywood actor. Like, you dated an unemployed gamer. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not the same thing, Stacy. Anyways, I am Stacy in that joke, so... Yeah, I did date an unemployed gamer at one point. Not my finest moment. The worst part is we weren't even really dating. It was like a situationship type of situation. Which sucked, because I fell in love with him. And he was in love with his fiancé. So... Yeah, that was great. One time, I did that joke, and a woman just yelled at me from the crowd. She was like, excuse me, miss, you're a homewrecker. I was like, okay, first of all, he told me they were in an open relationship. Which, now that I say that out loud, was definitely a lie. And second of all, was I home wrecking or was I home renovating? Call the Property Brothers. Yeah. Cool. I'm Bridget Tooley. That's my time. Thank you.